It's capital Steez, homie. 21 and shit. Yo, what up, East Coast? Yo, Yassam.
Brooklyn, New York, a place where rhythm lives in every heartbeat. On July 7th, 1993, Courtney Jamal Dewar Jr. was born to two Jamaican parents who carried their roots in pride. The warmth of that island spirit met the grit of the city, and in that mix, something rare began to grow. Courtney was quiet and thoughtful. He loved cartoons, sketching and writing down ideas that felt way too big for his age. He had two sisters who saw both sides of him, the shy, gentle brother and the thinker who always seemed to be somewhere else in his mind. Even then, he was searching for something deeper, a truth just out of reach.
She's like...
And that he was, 17 years old, freestyling over plastic instrumentals and rap battling people in his school.
I even drink that.
A legend of war.
You see, we be the illest thing in the starter cap. Roger that, cause off the back we got a lot to offer rap. That's just a fact, my rap ties smack guys, leaving with black eyes and capsize the whack vibe. Top chick is toxic, robotic shit. Overly confident, flow atomic with vomit spit. If you rewind each line 3 times, you still wouldn't get it, even if you had a deep mind. See? Like a Playboy bunny, I'm now exposing the brush. And when these niggas come at me.
By the time Steez was 17, his name was already buzzing through the hallways. That's when a younger kid, Joey Badass, started paying attention. He admires how Steez rapped with purpose, how every line felt alive. They went to the same school, passed each other in the corridors, and before long, those quick encounters turned into ciphers. What began as admiration became friendship, two young artists sharpening each other, laying the first sparks of what would become Pro Era.
She comes to my crib and gave me some too, and by 6 a.m. she gets the up. Little nigga got
When I was in history class, especially my least favorite class, I always thought about like, what would I want to do? I would want to make progress in the world. And that's where the most inspiration came out, so I was like, let me just try to fulfill that with my homies. What exactly we're trying to do, I don't know. It's up to us as a group to find out.
By 2012, Pro Era wasn't just a crew, they were a force. What started off as a circle of friends from Brooklyn had become a renaissance, reviving the essence of hip-hop with sharp and spiritual depth. At the centre stood capital Steez, his energy magnetic, his message bigger than the moment around him. Joey, CJ, Kirk, Desi, all feeding off that spark, all pushing each other higher. Their mixtapes hit like scripture to a new generation hungry for truth. For a brief moment, it felt like the culture had realigned, that the underground had risen again, guided by a 47 vision. Pro Era was at its peak, and Steez was its heartbeat, the voice that reminded everyone that purpose and art could still be the one and the same.
I started astral projecting more and more, and I saw deeper into the future, and I was like, yo, we basically have to create a group of all indigos. We have to come together, you know, create our music, and like eventually we're gonna have to like be about our message, which is taking over the government. So I guess on some 47 shit, that's our next step, you know?
47 wasn't just a number to Steez, it was a key. He saw it as the balance point between two worlds, the fourth chakra, the heart, symbolizing love and grounding, and the seventh chakra, crown, symbolizing consciousness and divine awareness. To him, 47 represented the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, between what we feel and what we know. It was his reminder that true enlightenment comes from alignment, not escape. But that balance Steez searched for, it started to slip. In the same spiritual depth that once grounded him began to pull him under. He dove so far into the unseen, into symbols, energies, visions, that the lines between reality and revelation blurred. His mind became a battlefield between light and shadow, between the man he was and the soul he was trying to free. The weight of it all, the world, his purpose, his thoughts, grew unbearable.
Eventually it got to a point where he would speak and nobody would understand.
Okay.
You know, and that's kind of how you knew, like, he was advancing, you know what I'm saying, faster or without. To be honest, I think that he thought that he was dreaming.
Yes,
I think he was in relationship with the spirit world.
No, he definitely was, like,
Yes.
and I know because he's my brother. Like,
Yes.
you know, there would be some, like, closer to his death, you know, there was just days where I would just look him in his eyes and he's looking past me.
On Christmas Eve 2012 in Manhattan, Steez climbed to the top of the Central Music Building, which housed Pro Era's studio, and in that moment, believing he was freeing himself, he jumped, leaving behind his body, but also a message. For Steez, it was the final step in a journey he'd already begun, a journey that no one else could fully follow.
And we all want a piece of the pie, right? But I'm just trying to better my team while getting some green. It's the American dream. But this is America, not a miracle. So it can't be as good as it seems. I lost all hope in civil service. I ain't even end up on this mic on purpose. The ringleader of the Nitro Circus, the real freak show. So at night, you'll